The most valuable technology in the world has been developed in California, and yet our governments are using so little of it. Why, in the place of development, is government so reticent to use the technology? Technology can serve people. Technology can help people at a time when they're in most desperate need of being helped, of being served. Let's use technology efficiently, economically, and in a way that can serve people today, now. We have a technology, much like Airbnb, that allows the government to show all the available housing on a system for government employees to book housing on behalf of those in need of housing. When you open this app, you'll see a map of the entire city, which will show beds by availability. Green light, available. Red light, not available. We can provide housing as a standalone service or with supportive services. Addiction services, mental health services, any other support services that might be needed can be included on this platform so that we can filter by housing or housing plus services. Also, on this system, in the event that public housing is not available, a private market overlay can turn on, where private individuals have said, look, if the public markets are closed or there's no availability there, we will provide housing, and here's our price. That way, we can expand the market of availability. And as soon as a booking is made, it can link into existing or new transportation systems. They can move that person from where they are to the housing immediately. Our production tool, much like Etsy, will allow the government to put its needs to the public for production by the public. If the government needs tables, chairs, couches, furniture, fixtures, equipment for its housing, it can specify exactly what kinds of those things it needs. If it needs 50 chairs, 50 chairs go on the app. 20 tables go on the app. And then put the public in charge of producing for those needs. That way we keep production local. We have to ensure that if we're building this much housing, production remains local. This production tool allows housing to be design-centric, human-centric. It puts design and production in the hands of the local population so that the furniture, fixtures, and equipment in these spaces can be funky, they can be cool, they can be creative, they can be beautiful, they can be unique. Local people, if they can't produce it themselves, they can sell it to the system used. So if you can't build chairs, sell chairs. There is tons of used furniture, fixtures, and equipment here locally that could be of great service to this housing. Our reservation tool will allow communities and government on behalf of communities to book events, education, art, yoga, dance, and anything else that would benefit the community, both within the housing complexes and outside, immediately on an app. This reservation tool will also book into our urban farming platform, allowing the people living within the housing complexes to learn how to grow food, cook food, and distribute food. In this way, the reservation tool can be a tool not just for events, but for food growing, cooking, and distribution. One really important technology tool for housing is going to be property management. We're going to need a centralized platform to allow for easy and fast communication between government, people on sites, and third-party contractors. Because when issues come up, we cannot allow them to get lost in the black hole of bureaucracy that currently exists. So if you think about applications like Yelp that connect service providers to the need directly, we might be able to gain efficiencies in the management of housing. This tool will allow anybody on site to connect into a database of approved contractors and allow for the first mover to book and repair. We'll keep costs down because we'll have set pricing on hourly rates for plumbers, electricians, carpenters, etc. All the contracts will be form contracts based in the platform itself, so we can pre-negotiate contracts before the platform goes live. They'll be paid market wages. There's going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of jobs available to be just managing and servicing these buildings. Through the system, through that platform, we can also book monthly maintenance. And every time you show up, every time you leave, you're paid. No additional documentation, no additional bureaucracy. Everything with respect to housing will be streamlined through this platform.